What's the weirdest way you've ever had to call the police on a group of kids? Last Friday was the first time in months that my wife Rachel and I actually had the same night off. She's a nurse, I work construction, and our schedules usually overlap about as well as oil and water. But this night, this was ours. We ordered pizza from Tony's, queued up a cheesy horror movie we'd been saving, and arranged the couch cushions just right. I was already imagining the bliss of not moving for 3 hours. The pizza arrived on time, piping hot. I tipped the driver more than usual because I was already in a good mood, and Rachel was queuing up the movie when we heard a knock at the door. I figured the driver forgot the garlic bread. Instead, I opened the door to find a small army of middle schoolers on my porch. 8 of them, maybe 12 or 13 years old, all huddled together like they'd just planned a heist. The ringleader, a scrawny kid in a backwards cap, stepped forward. "Hey mister, you got any money you could give us?" Half the group snickered like this was the funniest thing in the world. Obviously a prank. I wasn't in the mood. "Nope, go bother someone else," I said and shut the door. Rachel called from the couch. "Who was it?" "Just kids." I brushed it off, grabbed a slice of pizza, and hit play. Not even 2 minutes later, ding dong. I sighed, opened the door, and found nothing. Empty porch, but faint giggling floated from behind the neighbor's hedge. Ding dong ditch. "Great. Everything okay?" Rachel asked. "Kids being dumb," I muttered. But inside, I was annoyed. This was the only night Rachel and I had lined up in months, and these little gremlins were ruining it. Sure enough, 5 minutes later, the bell rang again. I didn't even move. I knew what I'd see. Empty porch, kids running, repeat. That's when I decided to fight fire with fire. If they wanted to make a game out of this, fine. I'd play. I watched the clock. 5 minutes passed, right on schedule. Ding dong. I opened the door slowly, looked around like I was confused, then calmly shut it. But instead of sitting back down, I picked up my phone and dialed 911. "Hi, I'd like to report a group of kids repeatedly ringing my doorbell and running off," I told the dispatcher. "It's been happening all night, and they're disturbing the neighborhood." She said an officer would be right over. Perfect. Rachel raised an eyebrow when I came back. "You didn't. They ruined pizza night," I said. "That's a crime in this house." About 10 minutes later, red and blue lights lit up the front window, and right then, ding dong. I yanked open the door to find Officer Martinez standing there, with 3 of the kids caught mid-press, their fingers still on my doorbell. The rest froze across my lawn, halfway through their escape. "Are these the ones bothering you?" Martinez asked. The backwards cap kid turned bright red. "We were just playing around," he mumbled. "Playing around?" I said. "You've been hammering my doorbell for an hour. All I wanted was one quiet night with my wife." Martinez wasn't amused. He rounded up the entire group, took names, and personally walked each one home to explain what they'd been doing. From my window, I watched him knock on doors up and down the block. Parents answered looking confused, then furious. Judging by the way one mom grabbed her son by the ear, those kids were about to wish they just stayed home playing Xbox. Meanwhile, Rachel was on the couch laughing so hard she nearly choked on her pizza. "You actually called the cops on children?" "They declared war," I said, grabbing another slice. "I just called in backup." The rest of the night was silent. No knocks, no giggles, no doorbell. Just us, reheated pizza, and the dumbest horror movie I've ever seen. Best date night in months.